Hello kindergarten, it's Mrs. Larson again here for your second step lesson. Before we get started with our lesson today, we are going to take some mindful deep breaths, okay? So get settled into your seat, get really comfortable right where you are. You can close your eyes if you want, you can keep them open, but we're gonna take some deep breaths together. Let's do 3 big deep breaths. Remember, deep breath is a big breath in. We hold it at the top for 1 second, and then we push all that air out. Okay, ready? Good job, let's do it again. And 1 more. Good job. Doesn't that feel so much better? Makes me feel good. All right, today we are going to talk about a new skill for learning, and it's called self-talk, and it helps us to stay on task, okay? Do you remember what we talked about last time? We talked about following directions and how sometimes when we follow directions, we need to repeat the directions to ourselves to help us to remember them. That's self-talk. We talk to ourselves all the time, not necessarily out loud, but we talk to ourselves in our brains a lot. It helps us to remember things, and it is a skill for learning. Very cool, right? Okay, I have a friend that you haven't met yet. This is my friend Snail. Hi, Snail, say hi. Oh, I gotta remember to write my name down on the top of my paper. I gotta write my name, I gotta remember to write my name. I gotta write. Snail, what are you doing? What are you saying? I don't understand. What are you talking about? Well, I need to talk to myself to remember to write my name on my paper because I keep turning it in and I keep forgetting to put my name on it, and then it gets lost and then I'm sad, and so I need to remind myself and talk to myself and tell myself to write my name. That is a really good skill. That's kind of what we're talking about today, how we talk to ourselves to help us to remember what to do. That's a skill for learning, Snail. Oh yeah! Do you want to say hi to our kindergarten friends? Hi friends! How are you? This is Snail. Puppy will join us another time, but Snail joined us today to learn more about this skill for learning about self-talk, but it seems like Snail already has a really good handle on it. All right, Snail, you sit back and listen, and we are going to talk more about it, okay? Okay. All right. Okay. Another picture for you. What do you see in this picture? Do you see 2 students? Do you see one doing some work? Do you see one playing with a pencil? This is Paolo. And Paolo is focused on his work. And this is Samara. Samara. Does she look very focused on her work? No, she doesn't look very focused on her work right now. She is distracted. I think she's pretending that her pencils are airplanes. Pretty good imagination, but she's not focusing on what she's supposed to right now. Think about a skill that we've talked about that Paolo might be using right now to do his work. Can you think about it? Do you think he's using his attentoscope to focus on what he's supposed to and ignore distractions? Do you think he's using some listening rules by listening to his teacher? He probably listened to those directions. Okay. Paolo is talking to himself in a little voice saying, focus, ignore Samara and keep drawing. What have I got to do? Oh yeah, I've got to color in 5 circles. He's telling himself to keep doing his work. When you talk to yourself in a quiet voice or in your head, it's called self-talk. Even though Samara is very distracting, Paulo is able to keep doing his work by using self-talk and his attentoscope. Okay, so notice here we've talked about listening. We've talked about focusing our attention. We've talked about following our directions and using the skill of self-talk to ignore distractions. All of these things are skills for learning, and they help us to be great learners. Okay? Try some self-talk today or this week as you are taking in new information, and repeat it back to your brain to help you remember those directions. Give it a try. So today we learned about self-talk. When you repeat directions to yourself, that's called self-talk. When you use words to switch on your attentoscope, that is also self-talk. And when you remind yourself to keep doing your work, that's self-talk. When you tell yourself to ignore somebody that's distracting you, that's self-talk. Self-talk helps you to learn. You can say words inside your head or in a quiet voice that doesn't distract others. Remember to use your self-talk this week when you learn. All right, kindergarten, give it a try. And then we have one more skill for learning to learn this week, this next week. And then we will have learned 5 skills for learning in your brain. You're so smart. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.